Okay, you guys. So I was getting ready to go to bed. It's like way past my bedtime and I need to go work tomorrow, but I was called to do a message. And this message, I kind of procrastinated and hesitated and stalled and kind of asked for more clarity when it comes to this because every time I deliver messages, I try to keep them very balanced between the light and the dark. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I will never lie to you guys. I don't feel comfortable giving messages from the light side because I feel like I don't want it to be misinterpreted as like religious messages. And even though like I have nothing against my collective 111 who's religious, I don't want to step into anybody's toes. I don't want to offend people. I don't want to kind of portray that like my own beliefs into this category. A lot of things have been moving around for no reason around me lately. I don't know if it's like trying to catch my attention because I have been receiving messages to move. Um, so this can be, and I'm hearing a high pitch in this ear. Um, so this message goes to a lot of, the lighter aspects of my collective. And for some of the darker side as well, who is transitioning or looking for that balance in between. As well for my light side, for that balance, Okay, so I'm gonna ask for some guidance and hopefully I can deliver some clarity when it comes to this message. And I don't mean to kind of like seem so mysterious as to what this is, but it does have to do with Jesus. And this is why I kind of stalled because I know that a lot of people see Jesus as very religious, but this has nothing to do with religion. Let me say that again. This message in regards to Jesus, Yeshua, um, it has nothing to do with religion. I am not portraying or, choosing a religion aside. I'm not trying to quote any biblical things like 333. I'm just here to deliver the message that was given to me, and I hope that I can deliver it properly. Okay. So this goes to someone in my collective, and it's not going to be for everybody, like I said. Somebody in my collective who obviously was hired. This goes back to that message of you guys being hired by the universe, source, God, whomever you guys believe in. You guys are now stepping into 421 to Jeshua's role, Jesus's role, his footsteps, his teachings, his perspective. Obviously not at that level, but you're kind of like, I want to say like a disciple or like a teacher like him, because like I said, this has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with you being the example of spirituality and that connection to God, Source, 0505, the universe, whomever you guys believe in. But this feels like either you guys had people against you, crucifying you for your beliefs, your path, your perspectives, how protected you are because of that jealousy that they had with you being who you are, you being who you said you were, you preaching what you preach, you standing in that balance, you standing in your light, you standing in your truth. Like, you are triggering everybody, light, dark, because you are trying to teach people about the balance, because you're trying to teach people it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to accept the darker sides of you without unleashing them with people who don't deserve it. And you're still learning and you're still going, but during this learning process and during this cleanse, like, there will be a time where you are seen as that prophet, as that teacher, um, as that guide. I feel like you are basically like a work in progress. Like, you're still learning those ways, you're still finding those ways, you are still trying to find your balance. But there's people who are watching you and they are condemning what you're doing, the way that you are learning, the way that life is helping you learn. 0707, the way that life is just giving you a preference. And they don't understand why. Whether you're not as rich as them in the material world, you're not part of any religion, or you're part of a different religion, um, whatever it is, like, there is something that they're judging you for, that they're misjudging you for. And this is where it feels very, very lonely. But at the same time, I feel like you find your people as you're going along. If you haven't already, I know some of y'all found your place, found your people, found that connection, found the people you're supposed to collaborate with to bring these messages to the world, to bring these creations to the world, to bring this change to the world. Whatever it is that you have to offer, like, I feel that little by little you are stumbling across these souls, and not by accident. It's by fate, it's by destiny, it's divinely guided. I feel like a lot of people want to be in your energy, but you understand now, because I feel like at one point you were cutting people off, you were trying to stay away from negativity, you were learning how to find that balance. But now the message is more of allowing these negative energies, because I feel like you're still either more drawn to the darker side, or, like, I don't want to say negativity, because it has nothing to do with the negativity, but it has to do with, like, broken souls, broken people, um, people who are still lost, like lost souls. Um, and that's exactly what Jesus would do. Like, he would hang out with people from, like, lower vibes, like, even Magdalena, dude, like, come on. And it wasn't the point about being like them, but showing them the way out, showing them that they are also worthy of love, worthy of change, worthy of so much more than what they're accepting into their reality. Like, the whole point is for you to guide them with love, not just with fear of getting hurt, because you obviously know you're going to get hurt, but you also know that you are divinely protected, you're blessed. And this is the hardest part, where I hit the message where the crucifixion happens, and I saw 1023, which to me there's like a gap there, um in this progress. And this is also where I kind of hit a wall with the message, because I feel like a lot of people who are misjudging you, who are trying to crucify you, who are trying to say that you are two-faced, because they don't understand what balance is. They don't understand that when they're playing games with you and you're playing games with them back, maybe you'll entertain this for like a day or a few conversations, and then you'll go back to cutting them off, knowing that these people do not want to be saved. And I keep seeing 113, 114, and 115. I finally was able to meditate on this, and what was said to me is that when I see 113, 114, 115, it means that there's change coming. But not only like change, it's like a new beginning that comes with drastic changes, and protection from your guides, and you're on the right path of where this life or this journey is taking you. So I feel that now, with the lessons that you have learned, I feel it's going to be a lot easier for you to pinpoint, um, where to shine your light, where your guidance is needed, where to go whenever you feel lost, confused, and it feels very like La Huerta type of vibe, like isolation, like going on hermit, like cleansing, doing all the things that you need to do to keep going back out there into the dark and helping more souls. And eventually there will be some that get so triggered, because I feel it's not like they don't want the help, it's just their triggers are so big when it comes to you. Their envy, their hate is going to be so big when it comes to you, because they want the position that you have or will have. They won't understand how you, with minimal, I saw 1313, with minimal to no help, were able to be such an inspiration, such a huge success, and then still remained balanced, still remained favored, still remained a chosen one. Even when they choose to only see the dark sides of you, whether it's from your past or a side that you had to show them because they were trying to overstep certain boundaries, because they took from you, because they did something to provoke this. And I'm hearing it again, the loud pitch. I feel like this energy is constantly watching you, spying on you. Um, and spiders have been popping up a lot. And yesterday I saw a video on my Instagram. If you guys are not following my Instagram, it's Frostbite Official 666. And yeah, no, it's not about the double number. It's about reconsidering things because of, But anyways, I was watching a video on my Instagram, and it had to do with spiders. And I know I said this before about the shedding of the spider, but this one in specific was about the spiders, when it said when a spider moves, it takes down its web. So if you see a spider web with no spider, it means the spider died. And I really feel like somebody wants to hurt you because of all the changes that you are making. And they want to hurt you like in a personal level, whether it's at your home, your job, somewhere where you spend a lot of time with, or someone that you spend a lot of time with. I feel like you provoked some type of jealousy, envy, greed in this individual, even though they were supposed to take you as a lesson, as a guide, as a way shower. And I don't know why I keep seeing like alcohol. I don't know if they try to numb this with substances or if they're getting that liquor courage to kind of like say something to you. And then I saw a message on my TikTok that also was right now when I said that, because I was looking at the little shot glasses that I use for the tattoos. Um, I saw a video that was saying about, I don't remember which tarot reader it was, but they were saying that there was somebody else encouraging them to, I guess, lash out or tell you something or something. So this kind of feels like the same vibe. Like it could be the same people or the same group of people or like in the same area where you're at. Like I feel that there is somebody else who has beef, like their own personal issues with you, your spirituality, your path, who you are, the triggers that you are resurfacing within them, and a lot of new ones that they discovered, because I feel like they had never been in this position before. Like whether you are triggering them in a physical level, in a mental level, in an emotional level, like you are triggering them in ways that they do not want to admit and they do not want others to know about. So they are trying to use other people against you to kind of encourage all that drama, all that beef, all of that hate, all of the negativity towards you. And it feels very like them trying to crucify you for something that they know nothing about. And I feel like them spying on you, whether it's on the internet, in person, at your job, in your house, like it could literally be anything, but they are literally taking time out of their day to check on you, to spy on you, to be in your business because of the growth that you're having, the level ups, the glow ups, and because of this path that you are now stepping into, this new role of, like I said, Jesus's role, which if it makes me laugh, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it makes me laugh because when I think of Jesus, I think of like somebody who's super healed, super more advanced than we would ever be in this lifetime. But we are literally learning because of lifetimes and lifetimes of forgetting who we were. And in this lifetime, we woke up to that realization that this is our path, and that's why we were so drained. That's why we were so sad. That's why we were not living the life that we imagined or that we knew that we deserved. So that is why we had to change all our perspective. We had to change the reality that comes with it. We had to change who we were, how we think, how we behave, but carrying all of those lessons with us. So when we do help these people, we know exactly where they're coming from, where they're going, what to say, what to do, how to sympathize, empathize, um, how to just be humble. And that's another thing that the universe is trying to do, is do this slowly. And why you had to be at the lowest of the low, because you needed to value where you're going. And it's not just a material world, it's the position that comes with everything that they're gonna give you, whether it's materialistic or not, because not everybody wants an empire. Some people want a small little cabin with minimal people around, and that is gonna be exactly for you because that's exactly what you want. And some people want fame, other people want popularity, other people want whatever it is that they want. It doesn't matter. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for what you are trying to manifest into your life, because that's exactly where the universe needs you to go to help those souls. Because even people with money need it. Even people in, it's not just poverty. It's everybody. It's not just people that look dark or that look like they worship Satan or whatever, but and maybe they do, and no judgment, because that's the path that they need in order to help their brothers, their sisters, their mothers, their fathers, your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousins, whomever. I saw 111. The whole point of accepting who you are is not just to grow your ego or be conceited or isolate everybody. At one point it was, until you learned who you were, until you learned to accept that darkness, balance it out, accept that light, balance it out, and know how to properly guide others. And I feel with this new rebirth that you're about to have, because we're currently going through that transition, and it doesn't feel like it's going to happen overnight. Like I said, it feels like by Halloween we're going to all have that transition. We're all going to have that level up. We're all going to have that glow up, that promotion, that new position, this new gig. I don't know what it is, but it's just a sense of newness and you stepping into this new role, new throne, new table, new everything, and it's bigger than the last. Like, what I'm telling you is that it's not the end of the growth or the end of where you're supposed to be, and it is bigger than that. I got to see 222 before I turned to 223 or 2230, but it feels a lot bigger than yourself, because a lot of you who do not want all this luxurious empire and all of the money and all of the fame and all of that, like if you want quiet, peaceful, all of these other things, like you are going to also receive them, because everything that's worth materialistically, like you're getting in other ways, whether it's love, health, your peace, your freedom, like you are getting it. We're all in different paths, we're all in different levels, but yet we're all moving the same way because we're in a collective. Like that's what I love about my collective, is how unique it all feels. And like I said, I have a weak spot for my black sheeps, my lone wolves. Like I have a weakness for my outcasts, my rebels. Like you guys are mi gente, my people, and I love you guys so much. And don't think that just because you went through all of this darkness and you went through all of these negative experiences and you went through all of these negative choices that you had to learn from. That's exactly what it was. It was a lesson. A lesson that you had to heal from and learn from and evolve from, to bring this knowledge, to bring this change into other people's lives, not just yours. Because it feels like you, 444, like you being that role model for a stranger, for a loved one, for your kids, for your future generations. Like, I feel for my collective, if this resonated with you, I feel like you will be remembered generations even after you're gone. People are still going to be talking about you years after you're gone, generations, decades. Like, to some of you guys, to the ones who are working towards that fame, who are stepping into the spotlight, and being more vocal with more crowds and more, I want to say like famous, because I feel like fame also, like, you guys are going to be remembered too as well. And even the ones that choose not to, like, this really feels like it's not just fame, but recognition for everything that you are doing, teaching, and standing for. Oh my goodness. 611. So I've been talking for a long time. I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to end it there. And I hope that this message resonated with somebody. I just saw a flash of light at the end of the hall. So that's my cue to go to sleep. I saw 2626. And I'm going to leave all of this information with you guys. And I hope that this helps. I know that I'm still a little closed off to all of this, but I feel that it's because somebody here in my collective is still kind of rejecting the idea of being worthy of this position. Baby boo, you're still watching me for a reason. You do deserve this position. You do deserve this role. You do deserve every blessing that's coming with it. You put in the work to heal yourself. You put in the work to transform all of that life that you had, all that hell that you came from. You literally walked out of the flames elegantly, fearlessly, and I saw 2727. You do deserve this, and you are in the right path. Just because of all that negativity, all your bad choices, all of that, trust me, with this rebirth, that slate is clean. All of those past experiences are no more. All those past lessons are no more. So prepare yourself for new lessons. You have this month to purge, to release, so we can all move forward together. We may all feel alone in the world, but like I say, we're all alone, but we're all in this together. We have each other, and this is the same reason why I built this community in my TikTok and here. Because we are all one. We are all together. So, 2828. I'm gonna definitely leave you now. All right, y'all. Stay woke. Love y'all.